The response will then be alright. Let's use these examples now for illustration. He will go. Won't he? Yes, he will. So we find out that here, this point is positive, the tag will be negative. But the response will be positive to agree with this. That is one thing we learn. The other thing we learn here is that he is reflected here. We'll have it here also, and then we'll have it at this point. So we'll have he. But sometimes that can change if what we have is either the first person pronoun or the second person pronoun. So that if we have I will go, won't I, the response will be yes, you will. At the response, you will have you. But at the statement point, you have I. At the tag, you have I. So these are the few things. Then another thing you will realize is that the auxiliary verb will is usually what is used. The go, which is the main verb, is not used in handling question tag. So we have the will here. We have the will also here, but the negative form. Won't. Then we'll have the will again repeated here. Now, another point is that what of if you do not have an auxiliary verb? You have a main verb. If we have a main verb, we bring the do verb corresponding to the tense or number that we have here. Let's take, for example, if what we have here is that he plays football. We cannot say playing he. So we bring in a do verb. He plays football will be doesn't he? And then we'll have yes he does. Or if we have it, if it is plural, they play football, it will be don't they, then it'll be here, yes they do. Or we'll have the past form, he played football yesterday, it will be didn't he? And then we'll have yes he did. So these are some of the rules you need to note. Then if we come down to she hasn't done the work, we see now that what we have here is negative. She hasn't done the work. And then our tag is has she? No, she hasn't, to agree with this. So when this point is negative, your tag will be positive and the response will become negative to agree with the statement. So these are the things we want to take note of in tag question. Then another thing we need to note is that now I said earlier that what we have here is that the speaker simply wants a confirmation, and to some extent he has information to take the stand he has taken in his statement, or in the statement made in the tag question, which is the initial part. Now, but sometimes the speaker may be misgiven. The information could have been wrong and he has said something not correct. He has assumed what is not correct. For example, if you say he will go, and the fact is that this person will not go, are we in the picture to say no, he won't, he will go, won't he? Then we'll answer no, he won't. We can't say that, because what you are supposed to do is to say something like this: he will go, won't he? Not really. Meaning that, well, although the speaker who is asking the question is assuming that he is correct to some extent to have assumed it, the opposite is the case. And then we begin to explain why we say not really or not exactly and things like that. So at this point, we have concluded our explanation of the tag question, and we'll move on to the next type of question.